Hey everybody, this is Dan and I got an unboxing for you. This one comes from Cube Depot and I only ordered one cube this time, which is really rare because usually I order more than one cube at a time. But I figured Christmas is coming up and I know I'm getting a bunch of cubes for that, so I'm not going to make huge unboxings right now, maybe after Christmas. So I wanted this cube for quite a long time. I've seen a lot of people get it and not a lot of people finish it, and not a lot of people show how to do it or do anything past their unboxing. So I'm going to try to complete all of these things for you and see if I can do it. So we're going to open this up now. So I'm very pleased with the shipping time with this. I ordered it maybe a week ago, maybe a week and a half or so, and it came in. Let's take a look at what we got here. We have a brown box, whitish brown. It's a Latch Cube. Alright, so I've wanted one of these for a while, and if you don't know what a Latch Cube is, I'm going to explain what it is real quick. As you can see, there are arrows on the pieces, and because these arrows go this way, it can only turn that way. I can't turn it back the other way. So I got to keep going like this. And the hard part about it is that if you put up a piece like this and it's got an arrow going in both directions, now it's totally bandaged and you can't move it anyway at all. So I'm hoping that I'm going to have some fun trying to solve this cube, and if I can learn to solve it, I'm going to put a tutorial up online, because the only real tutorial that's up that I think is any good is in not English. I don't know what language he's speaking, maybe Cantonese or something, but I can't understand it either way. So I'm going to try to figure this thing out. I can see that it does need some lubrication. I don't think that we'll talk about cutting corners with this cube at all. I think what the mechanism is basically a regular 3x3 cube, but it's just got these little tabs and they kind of flick over and lock so you can't go backwards, which is what you can hear here. Tick, tick. So that is quite the interesting cube. I see that the color scheme is a little different. It's we have white and yellow touching each other, and there's blue and green are opposites, and we have a black as well. So that's quite the interesting color scheme. That'll take a little bit of time to get used to, I'm sure. And let's take a look at the logo here. It says Latch Cube Katsuhiko Okamoto. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyways, I'm sure that's the inventor of the cube. Very, very smart design, and like I said, a lot of people get these and they unbox them and they put them online, and they say that they're going to do a review, or more of a review and a solve video and a tutorial, and then they just never get around it, which tells me that this cube is extremely difficult to solve, and it seems extremely difficult to solve. I don't know how to solve it yet, and I'm sure that in time I will. And so yeah, so I can tell it needs a bit of lube, so I'm going to go ahead and lubricate it and go and play with it for a bit, and then I'm going to come back and tell you what I really think about it. Okay, so it's been about 3 or 4 days since I've had this cube now, and as you can see, it is still not solved. So I'm starting to understand why these, these bigger, higher U-cubers are buying these and not really showing anything past the unboxing, is because it is an extremely difficult cube to solve. One thing I have picked up on it is that you do half of the cross. So here I've got the white, and I've got the yellow here and the yellow, and then on this side I've got the blue, but I've got the black that goes on top. And so the way that you actually solve this cube, from what I can understand, is that you solve the middle, right? Like you solve the first half like this, like I have, and then these two, you solve this, the rest of this as if you're doing F2L, but the top section, and flipped over like this. So if I turned it over like that, you can see that now this is in line with the black. And that's how you're supposed to do it. And you solve this side, which is actually these two, and then you solve this side, which is these two, and then you solve the middle, which is on this side will be the bottom two, and on this side will be the bottom two here, and then the top, and then all you would do is turn the middle over, and that would solve your cube. Extremely difficult. I'm starting to really understand why a lot of people buy them and then they put them down and they never do anything with them again. But I am determined to learn this cube. It is extremely difficult, and I really like this challenge. It's a little standoffish, I mean, like it's so difficult in a sense that you kind of want to put it down and forget you ever bought it. It can be very, very frustrating. You think you're on the right track, and then you get locked up You know, you got arrows going the wrong way, and it's all about how you position the arrows. So here I would, you know, have 2 black ones on the bottom, and I would try to put all the white ones, you know, fill up the top edges with white ones. That leaves you know, it leaves every one to be able to be moved. And that is the goal, is to be able to not be restricted by your arrows. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to have to learn how to solve these 4 cross pieces and maintain those arrows on top. And so the cube is not so much about solving with colors as well. I mean, of course it's about solving with colors, but it's also more about learning how to use your arrows. You know, and it's extremely difficult to wrap your head around at first. Right now, as you can see, you know, I've got nowhere with it, and I hope that I will. And it's probably, I'll be honest, it's probably going to be some time before I put out another video about this, but I will, I promise. And yeah, I can't. You know what? If I were you, like, if you are not super good at solving puzzles out by yourself, and you rely on tutorials for most of your puzzles, like I used to and sometimes still do, I wouldn't suggest getting this. It is going to be a waste of money until there's an actual good tutorial out there. There are a couple, but they're in different languages, and there is one in English, but the guy just says you have to do this and then spins the cube around a million times. He doesn't really show you how to do it. He tells you the method, but he doesn't show you how to do it. And so that's sort of, you know, I learned a little bit from what I could from that, but I'm going to have to learn this myself because there just are no tutorials. And so, yeah, if you are thinking of getting one, then, you know, by all means, don't stop me from getting, you know, don't stop you from getting one. But I don't know, I'm baffled by this thing. So, yeah, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll have that video out probably sometime in the next, I don't know how long, but in the future sometime, and we'll see if we can get a tutorial out for you as well. All right, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you on my next video.